How do we start? What's up, everyone?
Hello.
So recently we reached 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thanks for everyone that subscribed to us and everyone that's watching now. Never really set like a goal, but I guess like 10,000's a nice number to celebrate, I guess. And some of you might have saw that we announced that we were going to do a Q&A, which is this video right now. And we put it on like Instagram, on YouTube. I made a post as well, and we asked people to ask us some questions. Obviously I get questions all the time on like Instagram and YouTube, but I've never really made a video of just answering questions. So yeah, I think now is a good time. So we got some of the questions here. How many did we have?
16.
16 questions. So yeah, I'm not sure how long this will take, but we're going to be answering some of these questions each.
Some of them were like the same kind of questions, or just
similar questions. So yeah, we'll just get straight into it anyway. So the first one is, congratulations on 10,000, and my question to both of you is total budget on Philippines and how we compare it to Thailand. So I think in the end we ended up in like a month, we kind of calculated, I think we spent around like 2,300. So that's for the both of us. So that's like 1,000, what is that, 1,150 each, around that. That's also including, I think we had like 2 flights, domestic flights within the Philippines, and we also got loads of ferries and stuff, so that kind of like made the price go up, all the travel in between islands. I'm not going to go too like into detail, because I am going to make a video soon of like a price breakdown of everything during our Philippines trip and my Thailand trip, so there's no point me going into details in this video, because I'll leave that for another one, like I do with all the other countries. How it compared to Thailand? Me personally, I still prefer Philippines more, because it's a lot more raw, the travel there. Thailand is very touristy, whereas Philippines, there's so many occasions where we were just like in deserted places, and you'd be in like these local villages and you'd kind of see how like the locals live, whereas in Thailand I think it's kind of merged with Western life, right?
Yeah, like I said, it's a lot more touristy in Thailand, and we prefer like raw places. So.
Yeah, but Thailand was still great. I'd still say it was probably better than I expected. But yeah, if I had to choose a place, I definitely choose Philippines anyway. All right, next question. You can.
How did you guys meet?
Loads of people always want the personal stuff, nothing to do with the travel.
So we used to work together, and that's how we met. Actually, Chris was one of the people who were interviewing me. So that's the first time that we saw each other in an interview, job interview. And yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I wasn't like the boss or anything, but like my boss just wanted to pull me in, just get a second opinion, I guess. And yeah, Carol was one of the people we interviewed. And I think when we started dating though, we weren't even working in the same departments.
No.
Yeah, we were working in the separate departments. So yeah, that's how we met. That was in Rio de Janeiro. So we met in the Rio office, but then I transferred to Houston. A lot of you know that I lived in Houston, Texas for a while. And then when we got married, she transferred, and you worked there for like a year, right?
Yeah.
Also in separate departments, but yeah, it was through work.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next question. You wanted to.
Yeah,
this is Carol's friend, so
friend.
she wants to answer it.
Yeah, we actually got 2 questions like that. Okay, which place do you want to visit the most? For me, it's Iceland. I've always wanted to go there to see the northern lights. And for you, it's India, right?
Yeah, right now it's India. It's a place that I've been curious about. It just seems so different to anywhere else when I see it in videos, like the culture shock. But before the trip, it was, like I said, it was the Philippines. That's one of the main places I want to visit. That's why I visited it first. But I think right now, yeah, India is the one that I really want to go to. Been watching some other vloggers that have gone there, and it just looks pretty crazy. Might be even too busy for us, right? We like chilled out places, and India doesn't look that chill, but yeah, I don't know, I want to check it out.
I'm not gonna drive there.
Yeah, no driving there.
I'm driving.
All right, back to me. Well deserved 10,000, congrats. And my question is, when do you think you'll stop vlogging? At what point in your lives and when? Hopefully not for a very long time, because the proof is in the pudding. You guys have won our hearts. Safe travels. So yeah, definitely won't be stopping for a long time. I don't know when, obviously. I mean, right now I'm enjoying it, so it's hard to imagine if I'll ever get bored or something. I guess this vlogging thing's new. Not just to me. I mean, in the world, right? Like, vlogging is a new thing, so we don't really know how far people have gone with it. I don't even know if it'll be a thing anymore. YouTube, technology might outgrow it. You never know, right? But I think at least I know it's going to be for during our trip, which we're kind of shooting for 2 years. So yeah, I'm planning on vlogging for all that, I guess. And then after, I don't know if I'll go back to a normal job or something, but maybe I'll still be vlogging my trips and stuff, just like I did on this channel before I traveled full time. I still did travel vlogs, just not as frequent, obviously. All right, next question. Yay, I knew your channel would catch on. I'd like to know how much you guys saved to make this happen and how long you plan to keep on going. And then the person mentions their name on YouTube. So we saved $60,000. Not all that we actually saved for the travel. We already both had a bit of money saved before that, because yeah, just normal savings. I never spent that much. I think you always saved a bit as well, right? So we already had that, but yeah, the amount that we started on before this travel was 60,000. So like I said before, since we're going to be traveling hopefully for 2 years, that gives us pretty much a budget of 15,000 each a year. And that's kind of more than you probably need. I think we're realizing that now, if you're doing budget travel anyway. But we kind of wanted that value because I guess we wanted to just play it safe, or maybe even have a bit left over if we have to come back and get like normal jobs and stuff. You probably need a bit of time to find a job, right, and stuff. So you'll need some money to get by.
Or maybe travel more than 2 years.
Travel more than 2 years. You don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with our finances. I obviously have this we have this YouTube thing and stuff, so that's making a bit of money. So we're not too sure. But like I said, that's just the way we did it. We wanted to travel 2 years, but without having to think of like doing volunteer work and working while we're traveling. That's just how we want to do it. But obviously not everyone can make $60,000 easily, depending on what country you're from. So if you're a person that can't get anywhere near that kind of money, yeah, I'd say you just have to look more on the internet into like working in the countries, and then maybe do like seasonal work, stuff like that, or volunteer work. There's a lot of people on YouTube that do that kind of thing. So yeah, if you don't have as much money, I'd look into those kind of things, yeah.
Okay, next question. My question is, how expensive it is to travel in Bali, to Bali, I don't know. The hotels that we were staying were about $15-16, and they were like good hotels. And the food was a little bit expensive, right?
In Ubud anyway.
Yeah, in Ubud. And also
in Kuta it was cheap.
Food.
In Kuta, I think in Kuta we was able to get like $3-4 meals. But in Ubud, it was all we could find was like Western kind of places, and it was always like $10 a meal. Yeah. So I think some days we were spending like $40 just on food, which is way out of our budget. Normally we're trying to aim for what, like $10 each for the whole day, like $10 to $15 each. But yeah, over there it was like more than $40 in Ubud.
And we tried to find like local places to eat, but it was very hard we couldn't find any local places.
Yeah, you'd have to like ride out on the outskirts or something to find somewhere. And a scooter, I think we was paying like $5 to $6. So yeah, if you add that up in like Ubud, it would be like $15 the accommodation, let's say $30-40 for the food for both of us, and then $5-6 scooter. That's pretty much the day cost. And then any temple fees or something, which are usually really cheap, right? Like $1 or $2. So yeah, it was probably around like $70-80 a day in Ubud.
For a couple.
Yeah, for a couple. So like $40 each something. Kuta was yeah, cheaper for sure, just because the food's cheaper. We didn't do much in Kuta though, because we were there for a wedding. Yeah, so we just didn't really explore that much. We didn't get a scooter or anything, so that was our budget. This person said, good questions. Is kind of hard that you guys quitting your jobs to travel the world without worries. Are you guys happy with that decision? So yeah, I guess they meant like, obviously it's not like a super easy decision to just quit your job and yeah, like leave the 9-to-5 system. Obviously that system's in a place because it's the most comfortable, right? It's the easiest to get by in life. And right now I'm honestly not that worried. Like I said, we saved quite a lot. I'm not sure, maybe if I had less saved and I'd be more worried financially, but right now, since we're at the start of our travels, well, we're 3 months in, we obviously still have quite a lot of that 60,000 budget, so I'm not too worried.
And also our countries are not in a good moment, like Brazil and England. So it's like, I think it's just a good time to do this, to travel, and then hopefully when we come back to the real life, our countries will be better, right?
Yeah, like we don't even know where we'd want to live anyway. It turns out that we had decided to leave the US anyway, but then in the end I found out that I wouldn't have been able to get a visa renewal either way, so we would have had to leave either way. So I think that made it easy as well, where it's not really like we quit our jobs in the US, because I'd have had to leave anyway. And then like she just said, the options is either England, because I'm from England, or Brazil. And Brazil is just a mess. It's been a mess for a few years now, and England has all that Brexit crap going on, so I don't know. I'm not sure which country I'd want to choose. I prefer like hot countries and stuff. I'm not sure if I'd want to go back to England. I haven't lived in England for like 11 years now, so it doesn't even feel like home anymore, really. I've only been there once, like for 1 week in the last 11 years, so yeah, it's not really like I'm missing home there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good here.
What?
We're good here.
Yeah, we're good. I mean, right now we're definitely, yeah, we're definitely happy. It is crazy, obviously. Like sometimes I guess as you're traveling, it starts to feel normal. I don't know. Not to you?
Yeah, but sometimes I just woke up and I'm like, wow, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And other days it's just normal. It's just...
Yeah, that usually happens to me more when I'm like in nature or some amazing place. I'm like, whoa, like this is actually crazy what we've decided to do. But yeah, I'm definitely happy. I think no matter what happens in the future, there's no way I can look back on this in a negative way or think it was a bad decision, because we're just having so many amazing moments and amazing places right now. So I think I'll always be able to look back on it as a positive decision.
Okay, next question. Sir?
Yeah, you.
Okay, how do you get around? How do you get ideas of what to visit? How do you save money? Maybe you could use these questions. Okay. How do we get around? In Asia, we are basically using scooters, right? To travel, like, not to travel, but to visit the places. And to travel from one island to other, we are just using, getting ferries. And I think that's it, right?
Yeah, sometimes we have gotten in like jeepneys or tuk-tuks. We usually try and avoid them because they seem to be the ones that try and rip you off the most, since they don't really have a fixed price. In Philippines, jeepneys, they would charge us the local price, so we'd get on jeepneys a lot. Thailand was a bit of a mess because the tuk-tuk drivers always try and rip you off stuff. Thailand, we had like the Grab app where you can order taxis, so they have that on Uber and stuff. Grab was usually really cheap, so we get around that way. But we usually try the more like local stuff. We never really get taxis or metered taxis, so yeah, that's pretty much how I've been getting around, just the local transport.
And how do you get ideas of what to visit? I think we Google the place and we put like best things to do in Lombok or something like that, and we just check those places and we decide where to go, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and he watches YouTube videos.
Yeah, sometimes even on Instagram actually, if you look around, you can still find more like hidden places that aren't so popular as well. And sometimes we literally just get on a scooter, start driving around, and you always end up finding some nice beach or something nice. There's so many days where if you've watched the vlogs where I kind of say like, oh, we don't really have a plan, then we just walk around and you find cool stuff, you know what I mean? So a lot of the time it's just like that. I think we plan less now. When we was in the Philippines, I kind of had a planned idea of where we'd visit, and right now we kind of just wing it a lot of the times, or on the same day we just look for some place quick. Because that's the thing, once you're traveling full time, I think it kind of gets boring if you just keep planning stuff all the time. It's actually best to just not plan much at all and just just go with the wind or whatever. No, there's one more. How do you save money?
How do you save money? Like now?
Yeah, now I guess just the budget travel, right?
So we're always haggling and trying to go to the cheapest restaurants and I don't know, cheapest hotels. Yeah,
like accommodation you've probably seen in Southeast Asia, we're always trying to stay in places that are only like $10, $15. Right now I think 'cause it's like low season or something, in Indonesia for $10 you get some pretty nice place, including the one we're in right now. Like, yeah, really, really nice places. But for you guys that have watched our previous videos, you've probably seen we've stayed in some pretty rough looking places. So that's the main thing, like accommodation. And like she said, we won't always try and eat in nice places. Every now and again we do, but we usually try more like the local food, stuff like that. And yeah, like we're just always looking on the internet on what the prices should be for transport and stuff, so we know when we're haggling what we should be aiming for. Like, because they are sometimes, like Thailand, they charge you like 4 or 5 times more than you should be paying. So yeah, we just look up that kind of stuff. It can be boring haggling all the time, but that's just what you got to do really to keep the budget low. Alright, next. When are you coming to Pakistan, the next big thing in the tourism world? So I have actually realized a lot of YouTubers are going to Pakistan now and kind of showing to the world that it's not as bad as people expect it to be because of like all the negative media and stuff. We currently don't have any plans to go to Pakistan. It's not been on my mind. Only recently I'm seeing all these like YouTubers going there and showing people how it is. And it looks like an interesting place. Kind of reminds me a bit of India, like kind of chaotic and a big culture shock. I mean, well, they did all used to be one country, right? So it's very, very similar. So yeah, no plans, but it does look interesting. Oh, you can answer this one.
What is the best meal you've had in Southeast Asia? Okay, so for me, I don't know if I can say the same, if you can say the same for you, but for me it was a noodle soup. The noodle soup that they have in Thailand. I don't know, I think all the cheap places that we went, they had that noodle soup, and it was very tasty. Like the spices and everything was amazing. It was just a simple meal and just amazing, super delicious.
Yeah. For me, I don't even think I have a meal, but definitely out of Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand so far, I think Thailand has been the best food for me. I'm honestly an awful foodie because I don't eat meat and I'm allergic to nuts, eggs, and all shellfish. So that doesn't leave me with a big option of food to eat. If you watch my videos, I'm pretty much always just eating the same stuff, like something with vegetables or tofu, every now and again fish. So yeah, oh,
you loved that Thai pancake, right? Like
oh yeah, in southern Thailand around Krabi, they'd have these like pancakes that was almost like a crepe, and that was just awesome. We'd be eating that all the time. So when we went to like northern Thailand, we thought it'd still be like that, but it wasn't. It was a different kind of pancake. So we were like, no. Okay. All right, what's the next one? How much did you save up before heading out to travel the world? I mentioned that earlier, 60,000. How long do you guys plan on traveling before heading back to work, or do you plan on going back? And where? Thanks. Yeah, I kind of mentioned that as well. So it's supposed to be 2 years, and we don't know where we're heading. Country you're most interested in visiting? We kind of said mine's kind of India right now. Hers is Iceland. I'm also very interested in Colombia. I didn't mention that before, but I saw a lot of that, and it looks pretty awesome. It looks like it's amazing beaches and culture and colorful towns. So yeah, I'm pretty interested in that. Total travel budget of Thailand, excluding international flights, best way of traveling, how to keep costs low, best places to visit in Thailand. The price breakdown is kind of hard. I think it's similar to the Philippines though, where we ended up spending around like 2,000, anywhere between 2,000 2,500. Once again, I'm not going to go into detail because I'm going to do a price breakdown video of Thailand. Let me see what else. Best way of traveling, scooter. It can be chaotic at times, but it's definitely the best because you can just go wherever you want pretty much. How to keep costs low, I mentioned that before, how we try and budget. Best places to visit in Thailand. I think for me, my favorites were the area around Riley and Tonsai, Koh Tao, that island was beautiful, and Pai, I think, and Bangkok actually. I was surprised. Bangkok. I didn't think I'd like some big city, but Bangkok, the area we explored, old Bangkok, I thought it was amazing, way better than I thought. So yeah, those are mine. What about you?
Same.
I
liked Chiang Mai too. Chiang Mai was nice.
That's the thing, if I think about it, I kind of like them all. The only one we didn't really like is Koh Samui. It was like super western there, but Koh Phangan and all those places, they were all good. I think the only place we'd skip is Koh Samui. It's the only place in our whole Thailand trip that we probably wouldn't go to. Ao Nang wasn't too great. It's just good to do all the trips, like to Phi Phi Island and all that, but yeah, I'd only skip Koh Samui.
Is Philippines?
No, that's Pai, right?
Da.
I don't know. Got a question here, I don't know what it is. Is Pai all around better beauty and cost wise? Is that Pai Thailand? I'm not sure, or Philippines?
I think it's Pai.
You think it's Pai?
Pai Thailand. Yeah. So we went during the dry season, so I think it should be like amazing during the wet season. Like I think August, right? It's the best time to go, like
October, right?
October, yeah.
Yeah, October, just after the wet season, so you're not getting all the rain and everything's green from the rain season. That'd be the better time to visit Pai. But it was still beautiful when we went, but we just didn't get to see it, right?
Yeah, and it was very hot, so we, like, when we were outside, we just wanted to go back to our room and to be in the AC, so... Yeah,
and cost, I think it was just kind of like the same as the other place in Thailand, really, not much different. Is Carol from India?
No, I'm from Brazil. Yeah. Brazilian and proud.
No, it's funny, so many places we go, they think she's a local, so if we go anywhere in Central America, they think she's from there. South America, they think she's from there.
Mexico.
And then, yeah, people think she's Indian. Literally today, here in Indonesia, the lady asked, are you from India?
Yeah.
It's because of you, like, dark hair, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of tanned. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Is there more?
No, that was the last one.
Okay, so yeah, that was all the questions. Thanks for all those questions. We'll probably do this again. Let me know if you liked hearing a bit of more about our personal opinions. And yeah, just thanks for watching. It's took me quite a while, I guess, to get to 10,000. I think I've been doing this almost 2 years. Only like the last 3 months full time, but yeah, it's kind of hard. They say the biggest hurdle of like YouTube is the start, when you're starting from zero. So maybe if I got to 10,000, I can get further now quicker. I'm not sure.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah. So yeah, that's it from us. Hopefully you'll stay tuned for our next videos all over Indonesia. We're having a great time here. I can't wait to upload them. So as always, just drop a like on this video to support me. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from us, and we'll see you in the next one.